Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Hey, yo, listen. Hold your horses. Let's not take it to the stupid. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, and leave a donation for that fried rice and chicken wings. Look, Eddie Hearn has set up Shakur Stevenson to lose to Joe Cordina. I'm calling it right now. I'm telling y'all, Shakur Stevenson's going to lose. He's going to get his ass embarrassed in that ring. And he's going to lose. And you know, when I talk about Shakur Stevenson, you know I'm pretty hard on him, but it comes from a place of just as like as a mentor to a young cat who seem to be all over the place with worrying about people in society and what they think of him, and these dumbass boxing fans, the ones that just like to mess with him for no reason. But he creates his own misery, right? With the way he conducts himself and the way he always out here going back and forth with people on social media. If you've been on the channel for a while, you know I always say, people have to learn to listen a whole lot and talk very little. Life would be so much easier, and that's pretty much the message I've been trying to get across to Shakur Stevenson. But that being said, just because, you know, I think he needs some, his maturity, his maturing and growth needs to be expedited, right, or fast-tracked. That doesn't mean I think he needs to be done wrong. Now, Eddie Hearn signed him for a 2-fight deal. Let me tell you this. I don't know, because I don't want to lie here, right? But I don't know if Shakur Stevenson was aware that the Joe Cordina that Eddie Hearn had kind of like, you know, smooth talk Shakur Stevenson or wooed him in to a contract to fight, right? I don't know if Shakur Stevenson was aware that Joe Cordina has moved to a new trainer, Ben Davidson. After Joe Cordina split with Tony Sims because Joe Cordina had fought Kakashi, and Kakashi beat the shit out of him. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Screw you, Eddie Hearn. How dare you, you bastard. Eddie Hearn knew Joe Cordina was with Ben Davidson. He knew Joe Cordina would be a totally different, better fighter underneath Ben Davidson. And then he comes now and signs Shakur Stevenson, and what I think is going to happen is they're going to feed the Shukarican to Ben Davidson and Joe Cordina. And Joe Cordina, under the tutelage of Ben Davidson, his new trainer, is going to beat the shit out of Shakur. Now, Shakur Stevenson is so goddamn stubborn, he may sit here and maybe he was aware. You know, he's going to say, I don't give a F, I don't give a damn. Who's training him? I'm going to beat so-and-so's ass. That's what Shakur's going to say. But to that I say, in the most respectful way, to Shakur Stevenson is, yo, young man, you should have held your horses. And you took it to the stupid. Over on Top Rank, no, they weren't going to give you some of them big fights you wanted, but they were going to give you $3 million a fight and made sure that you were in fights where you were going to win. Now you with Eddie Hearn, they're going to pay you $6 or $7 million, which I think is great. But now we're seeing that Eddie Hearn is trying to feed you to the team, the dynamic duo of Ben Davidson and Joe Cordina. Ben Davidson, you see how he had Tyson Fury fighting against Deontay Wilder in that first fight? Yeah, Deontay touched him, but Tyson Fury boxed beautifully. You see what Ben Davidson did with Anthony Joshua? Ben Davidson has helped other fighters get wins. Ben Davidson is an amazing trainer. This guy's like a young Freddie Roach. And you better believe they've studied Shakur Stevenson, and Cordina is a guy who can crack and who can fight. Now he's with Ben Davidson. They're going to get in there, and Shakur Stevenson thought he struggled with Hearn the first 3-4 rounds. He thought that was a struggle. He thought that was a, oh, shit moment. Oh, no. He's going to see when he fights Cordina that he's in over his head. Because not only can Cordina fight and has power, he has this damn Ben Davidson, who is a mastermind as a coach, trainer, teacher. Shakur Stevenson loses, and I'm calling it now, and y'all can blame Eddie Hearn. This is a travesty. How dare Eddie Hearn come over here on a fishing expedition and just set the hook, reel Shakur Stevenson into Matchroom, and they're going to come now and put him in a fight and blindside him with Joe Cordina, who has a new trainer. And this is one of the instances where I'm going to go ahead and say this. Normally when a fighter leaves their trainer and picks up a new trainer, I always say the fighter seems to be caught up in between trainer styles, the old trainer, new trainer, and the things that they did instinctively falls to the wayside and the overthinking. And anyway, they get in the ring. They're just, a split second off of the decision-making time, and then they get knocked out or get hit with some shit. I think in this case, Joe Cordina, just like everyone else who works with Ben Davidson, his everything in with him as far as his style as a boxer is going to improve, and you won't see any lags or delays in his ability to process information. He's going to be in there. And they're going to study Shakur Stevenson because Shakur Stevenson does the same shit over and over. But he's very phenomenal with what he does. But I think he's going to lose. And if he thought he had problems being on Top Rank and dealing with these trolls on the internet, even though Shakur Stevenson incurs his own misery because he's always out there talking trash, he thought he was miserable. He thought he was depressed. He thought he was angry. He thought his attitude was F the fans and F everybody. He thought that he was going through a tough time. When he gets his ass whipped by Joe Cordina, he's going to really have problems. Somebody better look out for him because I already think he's one step away from running up and down the road biting people. If he loses and gets his ass knocked out on the Riyadh season card in Saudi, he for sure going to run up and down the road and bite somebody. I just hope he don't do that shit in Saudi, because I have him down there at Chop Square and chop off his big ass lips. This is horrible. Horrible. Now for some of y'all, this shit don't mean nothing to y'all. I'm telling you, man, pay your goddamn attention. This ain't it. This ain't the answer right here. This isn't what you should do with your fighter. Any and everybody who is aware of Joe Cordina hooking up with Ben Davidson, you know what they're saying? Great link up. Ben Davidson is a great trainer, a fantastic boxing mind. Look at the work he's done with AJ, with Fury, backing Cordina all the way now. I pray he does it. Yeah, I think it's a great move for him, mate. I really do. Yeah, something off with this big time. Undoubtedly, Ben Davidson is one of the best in Britain and can add a new dynamic to Cordina moving forward, just like he's done with AJ, Lee Wood, etc. The fact he left Tony Sims and moved no more than 15 to 20 miles down the road is interesting. Love him for this. Love the move, bro. This is the best move he could have made. I think this is a great move. He will improve into Ben Davidson. Everybody knows that Ben Davidson is a boxing brain. And I truly believe if Shakur Stevenson was with Top Rank and Top Rank was aware Cordina hooked up with Ben Davidson, they wouldn't take that fight. I'd say they probably want to see how Cordina looks underneath Ben Davidson against somebody else. And then be like, okay, we'll let Shakur fight him. I don't think they would just throw him in like that. No way at all. This is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Anyway, I know there's some people think there's a talent gap between Shakur and Cordina. But going forward, him having Ben Davidson, and Cordina's been working with Ben Davidson for a while now. whatever gap there was, I think it's been closed tremendously. There may still be somewhat of a gap there. You got to give Shakur the credit, being a three different weight champion, and for him to have that silver medal, and for him to just get in the ring and find a way to win. But I'm just telling y'all, this shit is a problem for Shakur Stevenson. It don't matter if you're a Shakur fan or not. And don't come out here with that race bullshit. Get out of here. Be fair to Cordina and Shakur, and try to be fair in your assessment. And be fair to Ben Davidson, what he brings to the table. And I'm not on the Ben Davidson bandwagon because of AJ. I just watch what this man has been doing. And with the guys he has fighting for him. They all can fight and they get better. It's like Robert Garcia. Somehow people get better underneath Robert Garcia and they get wins that they wouldn't normally have gotten had they not been with Robert Garcia. And I think this is going to be one of them cases of Cordina getting a win he would have normally have gotten had he not been with Ben Davidson. Y'all keep cool, hold your horses. Let's not take it to the stupid. I'm in the breeze. Eddie Hearn did Shakur Stevenson wrong. Y'all need to all go to Twitter and just bombard Eddie Hearn with hate goddamn tweets, because what he did is shady, shady, shady. And if he did let Shakur know, hey, Cordina, he has a new trainer, Ben Davidson, and if Shakur was like, I don't care, I'm going to whip his ass. Yeah, the money, the money, the money. Hey, not good to be greedy. I'm in the breeze.